Hey guys, welcome back. Rocket Science here. Today I'm going to be doing a flyby mission. Now this is going to be the exact same rocket that we did for our crewed mission. Now before we get into this video, I want to do a shout out to Dude for subscribing to my channel. If you subscribe and ring that bell, you will get a shout out in my videos. Like I said, shout out to Dude. Now this launch isn't going to be it's pretty much going to be the same as all the different launches. So you can see my gravity turn here in my prograde. I didn't do that good of a gravity turn. I might have been about 5 degrees off on my gravity turn, but we got this mission done anyway. And you can see that Jumbo 64 mainsail combo is working out well for us. And 10,000, we are about not at 45. You can see my efforts kind of lower that out, but but then I realized that it would be fine because we have the firepower in that second stage to make the orbit happen. Okay, so we got our apoapsis. I'm just going to separate the two stages here. Add our maneuver. Now this maneuver was easy to do. The maneuver to actually get us into orbit was harder because I wasn't trying to do a correction burn. I was just trying to get around the moon, not have to do any kind of correction burns or anything. And it took me quite a while to get like the radial in, radial out, prograde, retrograde, right? And if I actually kept on burning, I actually would have managed to go to the moon because the moon was right in front of us. So if I were to continue burning from my apoapsis, that would have got us to the moon. And also another funny thing, the transmuter injection burn took place at the exact same spot as we did our Kerbin orbit insertion burn. It's not anyways. And this is me. You can see me dragging it around just to kind of get an encounter. Then I'm watching my orbit when I get out. And I'm pretty sure what I did is I went around the other side of the moon, which would slow us down. And I'm just trying to find that way to get us on like a trajectory that would get us into like an orbit that will re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere upon the slingshot around the moon. You can see how long it takes me to make this burn just right. I gotta get I have to get the encounter right, and on top of that, I got to get the re-entry phase right. You can see that green line. It doesn't go any further than our apoapsis, and then that's exactly when the moon orbit stops. So that takes me quite a bit to do, because I gotta drag it around, prograde, retrograde, and find a way to get us there. I think I burned the ascending node, the AN, to try to get this. It's hard because you got to get that periapsis right. Got to lower it enough that it re-enters Earth's atmosphere and you still have an encounter. So I'm focusing my view here, and I think this is where I flip it around to the other side of the moon. Yes, that's where I flip it around. So that's going to slow us down. So since it's like the moon's gravity is going to be going one way, but we're coming from the other way, so it's going to kind of push us, you know what I mean? So I think I got the orbit right. I'm just trying not to have it so steep, because unknowingly to me by this point, I didn't realize that I would be re-entering at 3,000 meters per second. I didn't expect it to be that high. And if I wasn't careful enough to raise the apoapsis height, then that kind of would have been a disaster. Oh, I meant periapsis, not apoapsis. because if I went at the exact same spot that I was going to go, I would have probably burned up on re-entry because I'm going way too steep and I'm going way too fast. So I just raised that a bit and it turned out well. So now I did the burn. Just, you can see that it actually would have flung me out of the Kerbin system if I did it that way. But just a couple more meters per second. I got this like almost on the nose to get this burn right. And then we're coming up on the photo moment for the mission. Every mission just has one of those moments where I kind of just try getting a good angle kind of picture. As you can see, we are now flying away from the moon. You can see the sun come up. Sorry, I made a mistake again. I meant flying towards the moon. And you can think we enter the moon's sphere of influence right around, I think now is when we actually enter the sphere of influence. And I think our closest approach, okay, now there's that photo moment right there. Kerbin and the moon. And then we time warped to re-entry really fast there, guys. Now pay attention to our service module that has the engine and the fuel tank, because you're gonna see some fireworks in a couple seconds. Because you can actually, there's like a line pointing to it. You can see TD25 decoupler. And you can tell when that TD25 decoupler blows up, and it's right there. But there's still a bit of debris from the module. I'm not sure where it came from. But actually, and what I was doing at this exact moment is I was thinking, I think we might make this, but I think that I might actually skip off the atmosphere. But then once I took a second glance at my map, I'm just like, no, we're not gonna skip off. This is the only re-entry. I think I actually unmuted my microphone here and talked for a bit. Not sure when exactly, but I did it at one point. Now this is where I time warp, and I almost take cut parachute. And I didn't make a quick save, so I'd have to do the mission all over again if I messed that up. Yet here we are. The parachute deploys now. And just get rid of that heat shield. And boom. I actually have the camera wobble up at max, just for the maximum effect. And touchdown. I hope you guys liked this. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. See you next time.